Welcome back, Plug Nation. Today we've got some great information. You already know I don't like wasting any time, so whatever you got to do, make sure that like button is blue. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's get right into the news. So I'm doing another NBA 2K23 giveaway. I said I wanted to do about 10 copies before the game came out. All you have to do, Luck TV went to Twitter and said, you load up NBA 2K23 and see this, what's your reaction? Put your #1 favorite emoji, the first one that pops up in the comment section down below. Drop a like on the video and boom, you're entered in the giveaway. That's all you've got to do. But look, we've got a lot to get into, so let's start it right now. MVP Amazing went to Twitter and said, nerf play shots in 2K23, nerf play shots in 2K23. As you see, it just keeps going. So I know that there is some new people to 2K and they think that play shot is like a brand new thing, but this has been in the game for a long time. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. It's going to continue to probably always be the meta in 2K for threes, competitive like that. A build that can shoot very good and dribble very good. So there's not a lot you can do. Like, yeah, the build should be able to shoot very good. It should be able to dribble good. It should not get quick drops. And it also shouldn't be able to do this right here. This is how they need to nerf play shots in 2K23. The #1 way I would recommend that you can quote unquote nerf a play shot. As you see, this guy is playing my team. He's got an in-game card, 99 everything, and yeah, this happens all the time with Hall of Fame unpluckable 99 ball handle play shots. They just go straight through you like nothing ever happened. I do not think that steals where you're just standing there and you press a button should get upgraded, right? They should get buffed. But when you perfectly time a blitz like that and the play shot runs straight through your body and it has a wide open three, is definitely one of the top most frustrating things on NBA 2K22 this year. Now keep in mind, that's not only play shots it happens to, but that is a very good way to fix play shots right there. Then you just don't give them the best dunk package in the game. As you guys know, quick drops off 1 or 2, whichever one it is that's unlocked at 65 driving dunk, is the only dunk package you actually need. You really don't need any other dunk package because you just fly towards the rim and have a very low chance of getting blocked. So a lot of YouTubers are talking about the builds they're going to make in 2K23. Now keep in mind, we do not know what the builder system looks like, but you are able to get a pretty decent idea of what you're probably going to go in and make just by thinking about it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys my NBA 2K23 build, probably what I will make next, because I do this every year. Now, as you all know, I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to make multiple builds, probably up to like 10 next year. But the most important thing to me is you all watching. The #1 most important thing is the viewers. Now, what that means is when the game first comes out, I'm going to be showcasing my build. Then I'm going to go on to make experimental builds, trying things out. But the first build that I give out, I want to be a safe build that's for sure, no matter what, going to be a good build throughout the entire year. So last year I gave you guys the best play shot in 2K21. In 2K20 I gave out the slashing playmaker, which the majority of the community by the end of the year agreed that the two-way slashing playmaker was probably the best build. So I was very close to giving you all the best build in the game from day one. You know what I'm saying? So I gave you a safe build. 2K22, 6'5" play shot, still a god to this day. Now in 2K23, I'm going to give you a safe build. That way, when you go into the game and you are not able to make multiple builds, I understand that a lot of people cannot do that. They don't have either the time to grind it or the money, whatever it is. So I'm always going to make a safe build that's got at least like a 75 to 85 three-pointer, something that can shoot for sure, because we never know what the shooting is going to be like on 2K. So I always try to go safe, probably Hall of Fame shooting badges, and then a decent amount of defense with a pretty high wingspan, most likely, so that all throughout the year you're not getting abused on defense. So probably going to be around 6'2" to 6'5", gonna have 75 to 85 three-pointer, around maximum wingspan, and pretty good dribbling. So somewhere between my facilitating finisher that has Hall of Fame finishing and Hall of Fame shooting, or a playmaking shot creator that has Hall of Fame shooting and Hall of Fame playmaking. You see what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna go experiment and use my own money to try and figure out some other builds. But first, I want to give you all a very solid build. So every year I try to start as meta as possible. Now, of course, we don't know what the meta is on day one, but as I told you all, every year, and it's not going to change, or very slightly going to change, the meta or close to the meta is always going to be a build that can shoot very good and dribble good. You see what I'm saying? That's not going to change ever. Like, that's just basketball right there. If you want a very good point guard, obviously like Steph Curry, you know, you're going to want to have good shooting and good playmaking. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is we don't know the builder for sure, but I'm giving you all a hint of where I'm going to start at and why I start meta every year. Also, starting meta is very important to figure out what you really can do with the builder system. So what I mean by that is the first build I gave you all this year was my 6'5" play shot with maximum wingspan. It is still extremely good, but obviously we figured out a little bit later on in the year, if you go 6'4", that Derrick Rose size up helps out a lot, but you don't need it. It does though help out a lot, so you might as well just go down 1 inch. So I was literally 1 inch off from making a demigod build on day one. Now obviously it's still an extremely good build, but if you were to make it again, you might as well just go down 1 inch to get that Derrick Rose. But what I'm trying to say is, at the beginning of the year, if you made a playmaking shot creator with a Hall of Fame shooting badges, 95 3-pointer, and you know, Hall of Fame playmaking, 95 playmaking, we now know that you don't need a 95 3-pointer. You can, like my facilitating finisher, have Hall of Fame shooting badges still, but you only need like 12 to 16 Hall of Fame finishing, you know, and you don't need a 95 3-pointer. My build has like an 82. At the same time, you also don't need a 95 ball handle. The very most you need is an 85, which I don't even think you need that, but my build has an 82. Therefore, I'm able to put stuff in other categories that actually matter. So going meta is important because you learn from those gameplays what you probably could do with other builds, how you could move down a little bit on the shooting. Okay, I'm shooting way too good. I can probably put this shooting on my next build into something else and get a few less shooting badges and probably still shoot around the same. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it goes for me. That's how I pretty much test out the builder within a week or two. And I know the game. I know how the meta is going to be unless 2K changes it, you know, with a patch, a gameplay patch, which that's completely out of my hands. But anyway, I know there is a lot of new people, so of course hit that subscribe button if you're new, but I wanted to let you all know my thought process going into the game, why I like to start meta every year. I mean, in my opinion, even if I wasn't a YouTuber, would not want to start the year trying to make a very unique build. I would try to make the best build in the game and then work my way down. But of course, what I obviously want to do is give you all a build to where if you're able to only make one build the entire year, you're good. So that's what I've done every year for the past 3 to 4 years. I've gave you all a build where you could use it right now, 10 months after the game came out, and you're still going to be cooking up and saucing and be happy that you made my build. Now, another thing is, if you all been watching for a while, you might see now, of course, 2K23 could be different. Let me put that disclaimer out there. But every year, I like to start kind of short and work my way up. Just kind of how I was talking about how playmaking shot creator doesn't need 95 ball handle. You know, you figure out that you don't need a 95 ball handle as the months go on or whatever, depending on how much you play, and you can take that playmaking and put it into another category. So the same thing is kind of what I do with height. I'd rather have more defense and have less ball handle because we figure out as the weeks go by and months go by that you don't necessarily need, now this, like I said, could be different in 2K23, but you don't need the highest ball handle, especially in 2K20. Like in 2K20, you could have a build that had a 70 ball handle, 75, and be cooking. So you didn't have to have that high playmaking. Therefore, you could put a bunch of other things in other categories. Now, when I first show you all multiple builds, because it's not just going to be one build, but when I show you all multiple builds in the first week or two of the game, I don't want you, and especially for my first build, don't want you to just go, okay, this is his build, boom, I'm making the exact same thing. Look in the builder, go, okay, does this fit my play style? What would I change? Would I rather have, you know, maybe I struggle with shooting, right? Say you struggle with shooting, you want to take off 1 or 2 defensive badges and put up 1 or 2 more shooting. You know, you can do what you want to do. Don't just copy the exact build, but change it up around a little bit. I do expect you guys to look at it and say, okay, let me change this for my play style. I think this is going to be better for me. Now, if you completely agree with what I make, you know, go ahead, make exactly what I'm trying to, you know, show you guys. But anyway, that's pretty much how I'm going into 2K23, looking at the builder, trying to make sure you guys have a build that you can use for the entire year, then working our way down and figuring out the actual gameplay itself. So anyway, this guy, as you all know, if you've seen the previous video, is playing quote-unquote 2K23 early, and we talked about how it's most likely fake. Now, get your bag, but there's a very high chance it's not real. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is just be careful out there. Don't fall for every single thing. I've been seeing a lot of fake 2K23 gameplay where they're playing NBA Live or a modded court on PC, which is fun. Go ahead and do that, but a lot of people are falling for it. So what I'm just trying to tell you guys is to make sure when you watch it, you go, okay, is this real? Don't go 100%, oh, this is real. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful out there. Don't fall for things like, oh, people saying that speed boosting is gone like they do every year, because so many people fall for that as well. Just calm down. The news is coming very soon. Drop a like if you haven't yet. Click one of these 2 videos. It's your boy Badgeplug. You might as well, right? You might as well enter in the giveaway. Click one of these 2 videos. Select all notifications, and I'm out. Peace.